Well, if you guys remember how I was in my last video for Jurassic World Rebirth, you could tell that my voice was completely out, and now you can see my voice has returned. And now that it has returned, I can go ahead and talk about this horrendous piece of garbage Superman movie. I mean, literally, this movie, I was bored and the dialogue was terrible. And okay, let me go ahead and throw this out here just in case if you guys are to believe that I am speaking my opinion off of some certain other perspective. No, I am a fan of the Snyderverse. I am a fan of Henry Cavill being our Superman, and yes, he is still my Superman to this day. But I am not going to hold it against this movie. This movie itself alone, not comparing to Henry Cavill Superman, not comparing to the DCEU of the Snyderverse. I am only talking about this individual film itself. I am telling you flat out straight how ridiculously god-awful this movie was. I mean, I've seen some terrible movies in my day. I've seen a lot of terrible movies that are a lot more entertaining than this piece of garbage. I'm serious. This movie, my goodness, man. I literally got up and I left. But I came back. Yes, I came back because I know I paid money for this ticket. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe it'll get better. No, not even. I mean, they said that there's two end credit scenes, one post and then one end credit scene. I'm like, okay, maybe those scenes will be really good. Not even. When the movie was over, golly, man, when they played that clip after for the post credit scene, I'm like, this is just excuse my language. I mean, I don't want to curse or anything like that, but it's just terrible. It is terrible. David Cornsweet as Superman bugged the living life out of me. I very much disliked him as Superman. Like I said, I'm not comparing to Henry Cavill. I'm just speaking legitimately about David Cornsweet himself playing the iconic Superman role. He did a terrible job. I'm serious. When we first saw him being introduced in the teaser trailer, him, being introduced to his character as him being defeated. And, I loved the teaser to the teaser trailer when, the slogan was just look up, and you see all of the extras just looking up into the sky with the iconic John Williams score playing very slowly. That made me believe that a man could fly. That made me believe in hope. That made me believe that there was a chance that this movie was going to succeed and introduce us into a much more brilliant, better, brighter world of the DC universe. Not likely. Not this movie. This one, he whines, he cries, he just complains a lot. I mean, there's, you even see it in the trailer too, the second trailer of, the interview between Superman and Lois Lane, which, by the way, I believe that the casting for Lois Lane, she did a really good job. I don't remember her name exactly, but I do. When I was watching her, I really did enjoy her. I actually would have preferred this kind of Lois Lane for she reminds me of the Lois Lane back in the Christopher Reeve movies. But she's the kind of Lois Lane that I would have loved for either role of the cinematic movies of Kate Bosworth in the Superman Returns 2006 movie, or the Amy Adams from the DCEU. I didn't like either of them, and I will admit that she did a great job as Lois Lane. That's probably the only positive I have about this movie. But anyways, the argument between these two, it was in the trailer and it was in the movie, and I'm telling you right now, it was god-awful annoying. It was annoying. I'm just like, both of you, please just shut that, especially Superman, shut up. I'm like, that's all he is all the entire time, and I'm just like, dude, I like Superman when he's like, he has his arms like this with a smirk or a smile, just showing on how super he is, and that, you could try to take him down with all your might, but it's not going to happen. This Superman keeps getting his butt beaten down. And, and I understand people would complain because, for example, in Superman Returns in 2006, people were complaining that he doesn't fight anybody. He doesn't do anything super. You know, he does a great thing with the bullet to his eye, or stopping a plane from crashing, or, you know, rescuing a family from a sunken ship. And, you know, that's super. I mean, excuse me, but they were just opening the doors to, you know, to this, at the time, modern day Superman. The only thing that bugged me about that movie was, of course, Brandon Routh. He didn't fit as Superman for me. There were some, you know, similarities to Christopher Reeve. You know, he was trying to be Christopher Reeve instead of being his own Superman. So that was the only flaw I had about that. But yeah, he just whines. David Cornsworth just whines and cries, and I'm like thinking to myself that, wow, he's just as, I mean, even worse as Hayden Christensen in the Star Wars prequels. You know, just always whining and crying and complaining and this and that and this and that. And I'm just like, he didn't even annoy me. There are some creepy aspects about Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker in the prequel Star Wars movies. But this one in particularly, oh my God, man, I'm just like, dude, shut up. Shut up. Wow. I don't know. He just annoyed me. He really did annoy me. Lex Luthor being, crud, I forgot his name. But yeah, anyways, Lex Luthor in this movie. Nicholas Hoult, that's his name, Nicholas Hoult. I liked him. I really liked him. My favorite Lex Luthor is Kevin Spacey. Don't care about his personal business, but him as an actor in that movie in Superman Returns, I loved him as Lex Luthor. I would have loved to have seen more of that Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult did a really great job from a different lining. I love his way on how he manipulates Superman. There was this clip that they had released several weeks before the movie was released, of Superman, you know, coming into his office, telling him, "Where's my dog?" Well, actually screaming, "Where's my dog?" And I'm just like, again, David Cornsworth, Superman, shut the hell up. I'm sorry, you annoy the living hell out of me. But I love on how cool and just relaxed and how Lex Luthor is the entire time. You know, just taunting him, you know, making him even more losing his cool. And, you know, I just, man, I loved Nicholas Hoult. I did not like, oh my God. Everybody else didn't care for, you know, you have the casting of Jor-El, which I think was dumb. I see it, and I'm just like, no, I don't believe it. You know, I can't. This is dumb. It's ridiculous. And you got all these Superman robots. You got even Krypto in the movie. Krypto was just like, he bugged me, dude. I'm sorry, you bugged me. The only reason why you have this dog in this movie is so you can sell toys and whatnot. I mean, just like how you do with the Loris dinosaur from the Jurassic World movies. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. Everybody always keeps on, you know, complaining about, you know, all these things have to be dealing with money in it. But yet you got to also think about the fact that this needs a story. This movie felt too cramped up, full of characters. All I wanted, this movie didn't even deserve to be called Superman. If it would have been called what it was originally was, Superman Legacy, I would have been okay with that. But then I just don't see, when I see the title, I'm just like, it doesn't fit. Because it's not a Superman movie. It's not. I wanted a Superman movie that involved with only just the Superman characters. I understand that you're not trying to start the new universe by giving its origin story, but this thing just flat out starts off in the middle of something going on, to which, you know, instead of us being introduced to this, we're just being thrown into the middle of it. Not even giving us a build-up, not even giving us any motives as to why these things are happening, but it happens, and I'm just like, where are we? I'm overwhelmed. I literally fell asleep for 5 minutes because I was bored. Not because I was tired. I was literally bored. And I was irritated by the dialogues and the way that the actors were, you know, communicating with each other. It just, and then the chemistry between Lois and Superman, I didn't believe it. I didn't see it. I just didn't see the chemistry between the two. And whatever the hell the story was in this, which I didn't even get, I didn't understand. It was just dumb. I mean, you got all these characters here, and it's just like, I know who you are based off of the marketing per se, but I don't really know who you are story-wise. So, I mean, I've watched so many Superman iterations. You know, I know Christopher Reeve, of course. You know, the Superman Returns movie. I remember the New Adventures of Superman with Lois and Clark, with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. and of course Henry Cavill, of course, with the DCEU. And that's about it. I haven't really read any of the comic books. I know that James Gunn is basing his movie off of the comic books. But there's always differences. There's always differences between what the stories are in the comic books compared to what the stories are in the cinematic world. In the cinematic world, you can go ahead and do whatever it is that you feel like, based off of the roots of the comic books. It doesn't mean that it has to legitimately be what the comic book was. You can just make your own. I love the Superman theme from John Williams' score. I don't like that they brought it back. I like because, like I said, I'm not trying to compare here, but I'm just stating a point here. In the Zack Snyder's Superman world, they developed their own theme. They developed their own soundtrack. I loved it. It was amazing. I loved that the originality that was brought to that film. This one was all John Williams score, John Williams score, John Williams score, John Williams score. Superman Returns did that. But because Superman Returns was part of originally Superman 1 and Superman 2, that was it. And for this one, you should have done your own thing. You should have done your own thing. I would have probably enjoyed the movie a little bit more with its own theme, because they were just sticking to their originality, not doing a copy and paste. I hate the beginning of the movie. I hate the ending. I hate everything about it. I didn't like it at all. It was terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. And I don't know what else to say, because, yeah, I left that movie theater angry. So angry. I will never watch this movie again. And I understand that for the ones that do hate this movie, are going to be getting hated on by viewers, because supposedly there's rumor going around that this movie is actually very good. I don't like it. I don't like James Gunn's work. The only thing I like about James Gunn is the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I don't like Volume 2. I didn't like Volume 3. I don't like Peacemaker. I don't even like the fact that they're bringing Peacemaker back when you're rebooting the entire thing just because it's James Cameron's work. And then the Suicide Squad, I kind of liked that one, but there was a few things about it that was James Gunn related that I did not like. So, in perspective-wise, I just don't like James Gunn's work. I don't. And I'm literally admitting that I will not see this movie again. And if you guys go and watch it, if you like it, kudos to you. That's great. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. And that you like it. But I do not want to see this again, and I do not want... I'm losing faith in these superhero movies, man. Marvel and DC, they're both doing it. It's just, you're missing the formula, you're missing the magic, you're missing, what made it so good. I just saw Iron Man 1, 2008 with Robert Downey Jr. the other day, and how amazing that movie was. It was just so amazing. It wasn't cramped up full of characters. It wasn't trying to, introduce us into a universe or anything like that, even though it was, but it was just hiding behind the curtain. It was just all about Iron Man. Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man. That movie is called Iron Man. Let it be about Iron Man. That's the same thing that should have been done with this movie. It should have been just about Superman. Superman only. Not Green Lantern, not Hawkgirl, and not Mr. Terrific, which, by the way, Mr. Terrific, I see throughout his face, throughout the entire movie, his face was literally bored. It was the same face as mine. He was like, honestly, you didn't even have to roll your eyes. You can see the boredness in his face. And I could feel it on mine too. I felt bored. It was so dumb. But anyways, you guys, you flat out know. I mean, I saw Megan 2.0, and that was just garbage. Then I saw Jurassic World, and that was a little bit better than Megan 2.0, but still garbage. This one, however, I hate it more than Megan 2.0. Can you believe that? I hate it more. I will never see these two movies ever again. Not even Jurassic World Rebirth. I will never see 3 movies in a row already that I've seen in the movie theaters with these 3 stupid films. And not one have I enjoyed it at all whatsoever. It was stupid. I mean, you ever see me this angry? This is how angry I am. I mean, it's just as bad on how I felt about The Batman. I hated that movie too. I learned to love it within time, but this one, my God, no, I will never give it another chance. Never. Flat out, garbage. Never, ever again. I don't encourage you all to go and watch it, but if you do watch it, I would really love your opinions and your ideas and perspectives on what you thought about the film in the comment section down on the bottom. But anyways, you guys, that's my review for Superman I'm going to rename it. I'm just going to say one piece of garbage. I would love to curse, but I don't want to curse. That's one of my rules when it comes to these videos is I don't want to curse. As much as I'm irritated and upset about this movie or any movies in general, I try to watch my tone of language. So, but anyways, you guys, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream, and as always, stay awesome, and I'll see everybody in the next video.